There is something going on in the Orthodox Jewish community that actually could affect you and me in a very, very near fashion, timely fashion, if things kind of go the way that it looks like they might be going. And that is this. So hang tight, because I got to set the table to make you understand why I think this is something to think about. And that's why I'm saying, please put your comments in the comment section down below. And as long as you're nice and respectful, even if you disagree, fine, put them down there, they'll stay. But if you're rude and nasty, they get bounced. So here's the scoop. In Israel right now, it's basically standard that everybody does some time serving in the military, okay? Great. However, there has been an exception for a very long time for people who are ultra-Orthodox. Well, considering the current climate in the world, there's a lot going on over there, and they're trying to push for that to change so that everybody serves. Everybody. See where this is going? Now, the issue is this. They're pushing back and saying, we're not going to do it, and you can't make us. So there's a big, obviously, kerfuffle over this. Now, around the last count, it was about 60,000 adults who were in the category of being pushed into conscription, whether they like it or not. That's 60,000 people that Israel says they absolutely need to be in their military for various reasons. And they're saying, not going to happen. So politicians do what politicians do, and whether it's right or wrong, they're all screaming, hey, we need these people. And if they don't come and serve, well, guess what? It could be a really major, major problem. And they're even suggesting that with the economic ripples, that it could bankrupt the country or at least majorly handicap the country financially. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is where my brain heard this and went, okay, well, there's been a lot of talk about what would happen with a draft again. Now, currently in the United States, we don't need a draft right now, unless there was a big kerfuffle, and then all bets are off, right? So here's my thought, and this is where I really want you to put in your 2 cents in the comments section down below, because I have my handy-dandy calculator here. And so let's just say that if there were 60,000 people, and I'm just assuming, just throwing out numbers, you guys do some math, put it down there too. Let's just say that if Israel's a pretty small country in terms of numbers compared to the United States, let's just say that, 60,000 people there said no, whether you think that number, whatever number you pick. Let's just say on a very small side, let's say that religious exemptions and people who just don't want to fight or don't want to serve at all, let's say that our number is 300,000, which to me seems really, really small, right? Really small, okay? 300,000. Now, I did the math on this. If that amount of people, now hang with me because this is going to get ridiculous really fast, but then there's an actual bigger point. But if 300,000 people did the minimum sentence for dodging the draft, or what do they call it? Avoiding draft avoidance, if you're like rich and you can just pay your way out. But if you're not doing that and you actually have to do some time, then it's 3 to 5 years. So the average prisoner in the United States, it costs the taxpayers. The average prisoner is just under $44,000 a year per prisoner, times 300,000. 44,000 right there. Now let's take a look at this number here. Oh, now I'm not a math guy, but that's trillions, right? Is that 1.3 trillion per year? Now, this number is an important number. Even if it was half that number, it's an important number. Even if it's a third of that number, it's an important number. But here's another number that people aren't thinking about. What if that number of people said, I don't care, put me in the clink, it's better than serving, for whatever reason, just take your pick, doesn't matter. Well, not only is that costing the taxpayers, whatever that was, 1.3 trillion, or you guys do the thing, but a lot, right? A lot. So taxpayer dollars, plus, here's another thing people don't think of. They're not in the workforce anymore. Whoa, when you consider the ripples there, not only are those jobs not getting done, not only are things like retirements not getting paid, think of everything. Every industry would be affected by that number of people just being removed from the workforce, or even half of that, a quarter of that. It would be crazy. And that's why some of you may have thought, Brad, you're crazy. You're putting clickbait in the titles. Well, is it really? Is it really? If even half of those people decided, I don't care, throw me in jail, whatever, would that be enough to bankrupt us every year? But not just the taxpayer dollars, folks. That's only a part of it. The workforce, retirement. Think of all the homes that are not going to need to be built because those people are not buying them to put their families in because they're in the clink. The ripples go out and out and out and out. And I just wonder, not to mention, this is a whole nother topic, but it's kind of related, so I'm going to throw it into the mix. Not to mention how many people who are, say, 18 to whatever it is, 25, is it? I don't know what the draft age is, because it's been a long time since I had to sign up, and I did sign up. But how many people in that grouping do you know that are like, yep, I'll go and do it, super excited, cannot wait to serve the country? There's thought one. Honestly, what do you think? Then point two to that effect is, let's just say that they reluctantly were coerced into going, however you want to define that. Do you really want to be next to the person in a situation that might require, a good degree of let's pay attention so nobody gets hurt kind of situation? Do you really want that kind of person next to you who is supposed to have your back in terms of living and dying situation kind of thing? I don't know. What do you think? I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of the guys of the 101st Airborne, they jumped at the chance of becoming a paratrooper. A lot of the guys signed up, said that's why they did it, is because if they knew they were going into a hostile situation, they wanted to know that everybody was trained and really was interested in coming home in one piece and making sure their buddies were too. What do you think? I am curious because this whole business may be a math problem that's not solvable. What do you think? You guys have an awesome, amazing, and blessed day. Comment section down below. See ya.